Following President Yoon Suk-yeol's declaration of martial law, major countries around the world have issued travel advisories to their citizens residing in or visiting South Korea. There are growing concerns that the current situation may damage South Korea's national image and negatively impact its tourism industry.
윤석열 대통령의 비상계엄 선포 이후 세계 주요국이 한국에 거주하거나 방문하는 자국민에게 주의를 당부하고 있습니다. 이번 사태로 한국의 국가 이미지와 관광산업이 타격을 입을 거란 우려가 커지고 있습니다.
Yes.
Okay, so it was good, obviously, that the emergency martial law that we talked about yesterday was lifted. However, other countries around the world are still concerned
Yes.
that maybe something else could happen.
Right. Quite a few countries, New Zealand, the UK, USA, even Israel, have in some way or another issued warnings to their citizens
All right.
to be careful if you are in or plan to go to South Korea. Come here. For example, New Zealand, they have travel advisories, and in their system, they have different levels. It was on level 1, but they have raised that to level 2. And the second level says that there are serious problems with security and to take caution.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's always interesting because I don't know if you know the LA riots.
Yeah, in the 80s. Yeah.
Remember in the 80s we had the LA riots and everybody around the world was calling, "Are you okay?" Especially in Korea. We were fine. Like we were very far away.
Yes.
But from the view of the other, countries or people from other countries, they don't know the actual situation. So
Right.
it seems a lot more dangerous than it
Yeah,
really
I
is.
think it's very common everywhere now. So the information you get inside versus the information you get outside of a country can be
Right.
very different.
Right.
I know looking at, for example, U.S. media, it did feel bigger than it was. Of course, it was a big issue.
Right.
But the actual military coming in was in a small location.
Right.
Whereas my family was worried that the entire country had been
Right.
taken over
That's right.
for a little bit.
That's right.
So what we would call the optics, the visuals can sometimes be a little confused or hard to understand.
Absolutely. Oh, so what is the foreign press saying about this?
So there are different things that are being said. So for example, the Wall Street Journal said that the, Korea's democracy was tested, and this showed that it still has survived. Of course,
Okay.
it followed all of the, after the vote, the unanimous vote was taken, that was accepted, and then the martial law was called off.
Okay.
And some other people are saying that President Yoon Suk-yeol, it has done a lot of damage to his political life,
Sure.
may have ended it. So,
Right.
yeah, there is definitely not a lot of good
Repercussions.
things. Yeah, a lot of repercussions, consequences are expected.
Let's look at this term travel advisory.
Yes.
So travel advisories. So they've issued travel advisories. Now, advise,
Yes.
the word advise or to advise someone means, to give advice.
Yeah, 당부하다,
조언.
당부 드리다.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
조언을
right.
드리다.
Right. So it seems somewhat very light, but actually, though, it depends because it could be actually warning or alert as well.
Yeah, so warning or alert, something like 경고, right?
Yeah.
So you do often see this with travel as well as weather. So you can have a snow advisory, which is kind of a light warning.
Right.
And then it grows into like a snow warning or a, snow alert.
That's
cold weather alert.
Right.
Which would definitely be more serious. But this advisory is something like a light warning.
Yeah.
Like, be careful.
Be careful.
Yeah. Take caution.
Right.
That sort of feeling.
Okay. All right, let me read that again. Following President Yoon Suk-yeol's declaration of martial law, major countries around the world have issued travel advisories to their citizens residing in or visiting South Korea. There are growing concerns that the current situation may damage South Korea's national image and negatively impact its tourism industry.